Hey, I just felt like recording another video. Even though I actually don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but I could feel this 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 bubbling up of like energy and like a desire to express myself. And I kind of want to keep a commitment to like continue to just express myself on here, and just like, yeah, get more comfortable with just talking about how I feel, and like remembering that it doesn't matter in a great sense, because actually not really hardly anyone will watch it anyway, and even if they do, it doesn't really matter what people think. And also it's just really good like as a diary journal kind of like expression to speak about how I feel. I'm going through an intense transition at the moment. I can only really explain it as a transition. Well, I mean, I'm going to explain it in more words than that, but I have to explain it as a transition, or else it's just a bit fucked up. But I always make it through all of the strange turns that I end up in, that the universe sends me on. So I'm not worried anymore. I'm not really worried. I get stages of a lot of concern about it, but I feel like I'm really burning away so much old stuff. And actually a lot of what's already changing is really massive. Yeah, I'm entering a really different stage of my spiritual journey, and as my journey of being a human as well, which is the same thing really. I feel like I'm not seeking really anymore. I feel like I've been seeking for so long, my whole life. I mean, even when I was like 3 years old, like apparently when I was like 3 years old, but I remember as well thinking this my whole life. But at 3, I was asking my mum, I say, but Mum, what's it all about? What's it all about? None of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. And I think, yeah, I mean, my whole life I've just been like, none of what is going on? What do you mean I have to go to school and then come back from school and then the kids will laugh at someone else saying something, but if I say it, they won't laugh, and I have to walk in a certain way with all these rules, and what's it all for? And so you go there and you do that and you get married and you have a family, and then what, you die? And then that's it? And like, what's it all here for? And why do I have to do it? Because I don't know if I really want to do it. And even, yeah, as a really young kid, I just wasn't sure about wanting to do any of it, and feeling a bit like, well, yeah, feeling that it was unfair and strange over everything, just really bizarre. Like, I just couldn't understand how this was all happening. And nobody can totally comprehend it. It's not really for the human mind to comprehend. But I do feel like I've been seeking my whole life. I have been seeking my whole life, and I have been researching different things, and I've been doing spiritual practices, and I've, speaking about this my whole life, observing, learning, and yeah, listening to myself, and having these crazy times. But now I feel like the seeking is kind of coming to a natural end, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting, and it is really exhausting. It is exhausting. But yeah, I mean, it's just so funny because like I can't, do you know what? I actually can't even put it into words anymore. I can hardly put it into words. But I will say one thing. I will probably say loads more things before this video ends because it's what I do. But I'm getting a lot of moments where I don't really know what I'm talking about. Or not that I don't know what I'm talking about, but I just have nothing to say. I'm having that in my personal life. I'm having that when I record these videos, which is funny because I used to just talk and have so much to say, so much to think, so much that I was just, it was like non-stop, ADHD brain, blah, 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 blah. And now I just like, there's so much less thoughts, so much less going on in my head in like a really good way. Like I feel I've been doing a lot of searching. I've been looking in, loads of spiritual practices, and then I was like looking into religions and history and then finally science, which brought everything together in this really weird way that I wasn't expecting. Because I always felt like it was hard to really like, I always believed in science, but I always believed in like spirituality because I've always had spiritual experiences. It wasn't really, and I've spent a lot of time kind of denying it in a sense because I'm like, oh, maybe I'm crazy, maybe, but it's been so undeniable. So I just knew that they do come hand in hand. But everything has come together in a really bizarre, strange way that I wasn't expecting. And but it's been amazing, really amazing. But the science has really like shook me. I mean, the religion stuff shook me. The religion stuff really shook me too. But this has been a whole next level. Because I don't really believe in free will anymore, which puts you in can put you in a very freaky place. And I've put some other videos about it. I don't really have the energy to explain more about that. But what I do want to talk about is, and you know what, I'm actually going to just take a minute, just chill a little bit, because I can feel myself like wanting to talk as if there are people listening, and so I'm like changing my words to like cater to these people that are listening, but there's not likely gonna really be that many people listening, and even if they are, I need to make this mostly for myself. So I'm just trying to like take a second to be more authentic right now. But yeah, most of my thoughts now, apart from when I'm freaking out about feeling like a puppet for the universe, I'm just kind of really, I'm just affirming. I'm affirming all the time. I'm just being like, I am calm, I am confident, I am capable, I am content, I'm healthy, I'm so abundant, I'm so lucky, I am so loved. And that's my main thoughts. And it's so crazy because my mind is like changing so much. I got so zapped out by all the seeking, so fucked. It literally broke my mind. My mind has been broken, and my mind has broken many times, to be honest. Like, I've had a lot of freaky shit happen. I've had a strange past. A lot of mad stuff has happened in my life, and I've took a lot of psychedelics. I've took a lot of drugs in general, to be honest. So my mind has broken many a time, but it's kind of broken in a much more, it feels like a much more permanent way this time. but it's mad because it's broken, but then it's like all of these seeds I've planted of these spiritual practices, now that I'm meditating like every day, and I've like come to realize that everything is just the universe, it's all the universe's will. I really do believe that. Like, it's no, and the science and the maths of it that makes sense to me, it's not, there's no, it is all the, we are really the universe experiencing itself, and it's all so meant to be. Because everything that has brought me to this point, you know, I couldn't be here without everything else that happened, like, and so it was inevitable, because I can't even get into, I'm not even gonna get into the explanations of so just poke myself in the eye. I'm not gonna talk more about free will right now. I actually can't do it, and to be honest, I've spoken about it in other videos. I just don't have the energy for it. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, most of my life I'm just, well, my mind was broken. It was broken. And is there a camera there? That side? Right. My mind was broken for maybe the last time. I'm sure, well, who knows what's gonna happen, but it's changing so much. Like, I walk around and I used to be buzzing with thoughts and concerns and worries, and any time, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about how the planting of the seeds is finally like growing into like a real like sustainable garden of better mindness. It's weird, it's really weird. With no effort at all. Like, it's not even like something I have to think about. It just is. It's just like, I will have literally like one sentence, maximum 3 sentences of like negative thinking or thinking about anything that has no value. And then my brain will go, that's irrelevant. And I just stop. I will start, it will only go for a little bit and I go, I can't be bothered to think about that. And I just don't. Like, I can't be bothered to think about like random shit, if like people like me or what they think about me, or like exes that I have nothing left to learn from that. I have like, and I mean, there's always stuff to learn from any, you could learn, but I just don't care anymore, you know, like those are things I just can't be bothered. And like not worrying so much about anything really. I'm just like, wow, I don't care. So it's like this mad detachment is just happening to me, which I wasn't really expecting on this level. And it somehow, I mean, even though it's really amazing and I'm having loads of benefits from it, and I'm just walk around and I'm like affirming amazing stuff and I'm more present, I'm also having this like mild depression at the same time, because it's like, I feel like I was not expecting something different, but it's like, it's almost so simple, and I think my ego is just a bit depressed at the fact that like, it's not me that's done this, like the universe has done this through me, and that's really cool, and I can relax and chill out and go, yeah, you know, it's all good, everything's fine. But it's also like, I think my mind is like, but I wanted to be the one who figured it all out and sorted it all out and like knows how to do it. But actually, so much of it's just come from finally surrendering after this fucking long journey of trying to figure it out. So yeah, it's changing everything really. I mean, loads of my desires are changing. I mean, I kind of don't really want anything in a way. Like, I just want to be healthy and content. Like, and I'll still create. I mean, I'm creating right now, but like, I don't really like have a lot of material desires anymore. I just want to be healthy and content. Whatever the universe brings me and whatever my life brings me will be a natural flow of whatever's gonna happen. And there's not really anything I can do about it. I mean, there are things I can do about it in the sense that I will believe I'm doing something to bring it into my life, but in a deeper sense, that's just the universe making those things happen through me affirming and believing it to be true, and so therefore it is. It's like such a trippy thing, and I can't really explain. But I can't really explain right now. It's very, very silly, really. It's just silly. It's just funny. But yeah, I'm just taking another moment to chill right now because I've felt it again. That feeling of like, oh, I'm just talking for people to hear me, but actually I need to just calm down and just be more natural. But then again, if I was being completely natural, would I have anything to say? I'm not sure. At the end of the day, I can't really shake the intention of wanting to like help other people or like guide other people in some sense, or guide myself as well. I mean, I know I'm in a massive transition right now. I feel like really amazing things are about to come. Well, I don't feel it, I know it. Because I know that the law of attraction is real. So where I would spend so much time just thinking about absolutely pointless shit, and it had to happen. It had to happen, because that's where I was in my journey, obsessively thinking about random shit. But now that I'm not, and most of my thoughts are just like, yeah, I'm freaking out a little bit about feeling like, yeah, I've already explained that. But most of my thoughts are just like so positive and so grounded and so like strong and stable, and the rest of the time I'm just present. So like when your mind changes, your reality changes. So I know my reality is going to change. And it's funny because I don't even care anymore. That's the funny thing with detachment. You detach and then you get everything you want. Or the stuff you did want before. It's just so funny. Yeah. It's mad. It's a mad, mad, mad journey. I know a lot is going to change. Because I'm changing. I'm really changing. But yeah, if I had any advice for anyone, it would be meditate, practice affirmations, practice gratitude. All the simple stuff, really. Spend time in nature. Trust the universe. Trust the process. Trust your journey. Trust your journey. That's the main thing. Trust it. You don't know where it's going to take you. You just don't know. It's not for you to really know. But it is going to take you places. Yeah. So that's how I feel at the moment. Don't know if there's anything else to say. Big change. Big changes. Life is good. I'm grateful to be alive. It's so funny as well, like language, how much language can be so... It's funny, like anytime when any anxiety comes up, I go, oh, I have had difficulties with that, rather than I am experiencing. It's always, now I can put it all in the past tense. It's so funny how much that changes your reality. And then, white feather just came down. That's nice. There was another thing. I was thinking about language, but I couldn't remember what it was. I don't know. But it's important. Yeah. There was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. I guess I'm going to record more videos because I enjoy it. So if you're watching this, Hello. And hello. And good luck with your journey. Just trust that the universe has a plan, because it does. I believe it does. I believe without a doubt that it does. So, bye.